diving into discussions that matter. We'll tackle the headlines, explore stories that shape our lives, and dissect the issues that keep us awake at night. But that's not all. The Morning Crossfire is your platform too. Your thoughts, your opinions, they all have a place right here. From politics to business and the economy, from the social issues to the heart of the city. I'll be your companion, your source of information, and your partner in exploration. And it's just not about the headlines. It's about the conversations we have, the connections we make, and the impact we create. Your insights matter, your questions matter, and your energy matters. So whether you're in traffic, having breakfast, or starting your workday, I'll be right here, keeping you informed and engaged. So Lagos, stay tuned, set your alarms, and mark your calendars, and let's kickstart our mornings together, right here on the Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info and Kofi Bartels. Let's talk.
Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, Lagos, we're still here, right here on the Morning Crossfire 99.3 Nigeria Info. We want to talk about something really important today, and we're taking a detour from the usual conversation we have on the Morning Crossfire to look at something that we think is quite very important for us to talk about. Your thoughts are welcome. As we take our conversation forward, we'd like to hear from you. 0201-277 0993, 0201-277 1993, 0201-277-2993, 0201-277-3993 is the number, other numbers to call. We want to talk about the Nigerian economy this morning, and of course asking for your thoughts. Is the Nigerian economy, or is Nigeria, and are Nigerians at a breaking point as we speak? Are Nigerians at a breaking point as we speak? Are Nigerians being pushed to the edge as we speak, as far as the economy is concerned? I'm sure you heard the story of an individual who climbed a mast and threatened suicide over the hardship in the country. Okay, I'm sure you also heard about an individual who also threw himself into a river in some part of the country. We'll look at those details of those stories, but those are just a little bit of what Nigerians are resorting to because of the economic situation in the country. We'd like to get a sense of what you think about the economy. What do you think about what the government has done to address the economic situation in the country, the hardship, the results, and what do you think should be done? If it's about the government alone, if it's about the people, I take this conversation very seriously. And I think it's one of the most important conversations that I've had this year. All right, that we'll have this year. So please call the lines and then have your say. I was sharing with Zainab, producer for this program. She was talking about how, things are out there and what she's been seeing. And I was sharing with her, I said, the caliber of people who walk up to me on the road to beg for alms is changing. I know the regular people that meet me on the road to ask for money, okay? But the caliber of people I see meet me on the road from time to time is changing. It's changing. Things are not the same. And it is only a blind man who refuses to even hear what is going on around him who will say things are the same. All right? So we're talking about the breaking point. Are we at the breaking point in this country? How the economic hardship is pushing Nigerians to the edge. That's the conversation this morning. Let's have your thoughts. How is economic hardship pushing Nigerians to the edge? Are we getting to the end of the rope? Will things continue to go on like this? For how long will it continue to go on like this? Just yesterday, Monday, a protester who climbed to the top of a radio mast, ASU radio, in Abuja, Kantampe in Abuja. He threatened to jump down from that mast, kill himself, if President Bola Tinubu fails to address the country's economic challenges, including the removal of a subsidy on petrol. All right. It was reported that this individual, Shaibu Yusuf, who hails from Maiduguri in Borno State, expresses frustration at the unbearable economic situation, the economic reality facing Nigerians today. He was frustrated, and he was demanding, number one, that the president reverses the removal of fuel subsidy and tackles the insecurity. Number two, that the government opens the borders on food importation and declares an emergency in Zamfara, Kebbi, Kaduna, Sokoto, Katsina, Niger, and Borno states to end banditry. He also demanded an end to Nigeria's out-of-school children challenge, which is on the rise. Now, this is not some itinerant story or some, person who has a mental health problem or something that we just said his job. The guy actually had demands and probably felt that the best way to get the attention is to go to a radio station in Abuja and climb the mast and threaten to throw himself, jump to his death, if nothing is done about the economic situation in the country. That's all we're saying, the breaking point, how economic hardship is pushing Nigerians to the edge. Now, remember, this was Monday. On Saturday, it was reported that in Osun State, in Oshogbo, a man called Femi jumped into the Osun River not long after he complained about the hardship facing him. All right, sometime in the morning, about 10:30 a.m., according to eyewitnesses, he jumped into the Osun River after complaining about the hardship facing him. Now, this is just a little bit of some of the actions that Nigerians are having to take because of economic hardship. Those who can't stand it are resorting to begging. I've seen people fishing and trying to catch fish in places that you never thought people would go look for food. I'm telling you, people are entering the bush. People are fishing in canals, in gutters, and just trying to find something to scrape by. There are things I don't want to mention on air that people are doing to survive. But how long more, or how much longer will it hold? You know the song, Things Fall Apart, the Center Cannot Hold? Have things fallen apart already in this country? Or are things falling apart? When will the center break? Do we have enough time? Does the president, does the government of Bola Tinubu have enough time to repair things? So, you tell me, as far as you're concerned, how is economic hardship pushing Nigerians to the edge? And are we ever getting to the end of the road? 0201-277-0993, 0201-277-1993, 2993 or 3993, 99.3. Good morning.
Kofi Bartels.
Good morning. What's your name?
This is DJ Constance.
All right, welcome. Your contribution.
You're like brother.
Welcome.
Kofi Bartels, listen, we will not get to the end. Never. We will not get to the end because the problem, as far as concerned, the problem here, MIO is not federal government. I always say it in Nigeria, is ourselves, the people themselves. Now, no matter which tax free government give to importation, where government only need to regularize price. Publicly regularize price. If they think it's sold for this, everywhere in Nigeria is sold for that price. Then, of course, see on Badagry Road, how many checkpoints? You got almost 21 checkpoints from the border to Badagry, and collecting money for everybody that bringing market. You expect them to bring the price down? If you go to Aja in the morning, 1,000, come back in there by 11, 500. What are we talking about? The people themselves. No matter what government does, nothing will come down. Nothing.
All right. Thank you very much, DJ Constance Mamere, for your thoughts. We have Nathaniel on the line. Nathaniel, good morning to you. Where are you listening to us from?
Good morning.
Yeah, where are you listening from, Nathaniel?
Yeah, like I said, my name is Sigiriba. I'm calling from Lekki. Good morning, Kofi Bartels.
All right, welcome.
Yes, on this topic this morning, you're doing a nice job. And this is my opinion.
Yeah.
You see, it's more like our government is very used to putting cars before the horse. That is the system they operate. And the idea of blaming the president, I don't think is the reasonable one. We can't exempt him. Now, a situation whereby a father fails to plan before taking a particular step, so it's not ideal. Now, you remove subsidy. You know that you don't have any backup. You don't have any plan on ground already. You just come and you took a step. Now, this is the aftermath effect of what he has done that we repeat. So we cannot separate him from what is actually happening. He contributed to the situation on ground. And it's more like you saying that the father should not be blamed for whatever is happening in the family. Who is the head? Okay? He holds the gun, he pulls the trigger. So we cannot deny the fact that he is directly involved. And this is just a temporary measure. Importation of food items will not go long. 120 or 80 days. How many months are we talking about? So what will be putting in place as a palliative measure before that time? If nothing is done, I don't think we are heading anywhere.
Thank you very much.
It's just like putting around.
Nathaniel, thank you very much. Your time is up. Please, 1 minute to everybody. We have Ambassador Musbao. Nathaniel, thank you. Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, this morning concerning your topic.
Yeah.
No, even president cannot isolate himself for what is happening, but little from the president, more from the people. We are so wicked, selfish. You know, this thing, I don't allow this to go around. Let me tell you what happened in Mushin last week. You know, I said this politics. I'm not the fans of this politics, but they collect over 500 back. Kofi Bartels, do you believe they deliver only 150? Why is the paying 350? They are shared among themselves. Trust me now. So this is the problem we are facing. Most of the problem we have is artificial, caused by selfish people. Why are we doing this to ourselves? There's so much hardship, but we add more to the hardship. Vanity upon all is vanity. Let us show love to one another. Kofi, I'm not happy with people what we are doing to ourselves.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so very much for your time. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning, Kofi. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Your name, Comrade. Comrade who, please, in Lekki?
Comrade Allah.
All right, Comrade Aloma. Okay, because Comrade is on there. Okay, look, Comrade Aloma, go on. Your thoughts?
Yes, we have two solutions.
All right.
Let's fight corruption and security. Let corruption start from the table of the president. Tell you how much Nigeria is losing every day. I'm a freight forwarder. This ban they have lifted on rice. It's another sort of corruption. A lot of things will happen in the port. Unless we fight corruption, nothing will happen. Thank you, Father.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you calling in. He says, fight corruption. Let's see. We have some messages coming through. Keep your calls coming in. 0201-277-0993. 0201-277-1993. 0201-277-2993. The breaking point. Is Nigeria the breaking point? The economic hardship, will you agree, that is pushing Nigerians to the edge? Looking at the number of persons who are wanting to take their lives because of the economy, it's not a story that you hear and just think, oh, it's one of those things. No, this is real. We're talking about reality. People have had to attempt to take their lives because of hardship, because they cannot survive in this current economic time. Oh yeah, I know the Bible says the poor you have with you always, but this is a different situation. It's not a normal situation. It's not a usual situation. Do you see the number of people on the roads when you drive? Okay? The number of people in the street corners? Number of people hanging around on the streets in Lagos? It's not normal. It's not the usual that we're used to. You don't know people who are homeless in this city? It's not the usual. The caliber of people who walk up on the streets to beg is not the normal. It's not. You're seeing people well dressed asking for help. Asking for help. Yesterday, I went to the supermarket to buy powdered milk, and the medium-sized sachet powdered milk, that I normally buy. That's not the small sachet, but it's in a big sachet, but medium size. Now goes for 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira for a packet of milk, powdered milk, skim powdered milk, which is what health-wise I like to get for the family. 10,000 naira. How about egg? How much is one egg? I don't want to cause any panic buying, but I don't know how much you buy egg where you live. How much is one egg? Today, a lot of Nigerians are not taking milk. A lot of Nigerians are not taking eggs. No meat, no protein. That's if you can even find the food to eat. Is this country on the brink? For how much longer can the center hold? For how much longer can Nigerians stay on this path? Are we getting to the end of the rope? You tell me, what do you think? 99.3, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi.
Welcome. Your name and where you're listening to us from, please.
My name is Ugochukwu. I'm calling from Ekotun.
All right, please go on.
Yeah, my own take is this. The president is solely responsible for all this because the cause of this problem is the policies that you put in place. You increase tax, you increase import duty, you increase everything, energy. So it's really affecting the business. The simple solution is to go back to the policies and review them. You reduce your import duty, you reduce your taxes. Look at the tariff. You buy 1,000 energy electricity. They give you four watts. Which businessmen running businesses cannot even use it more than one day? All these things are really affecting it. Then secondly, you reduce your cost of governance. Nigeria has money. They are only increasing tax without any plan B. They practice what I call PSA economy. That is what really affecting Nigeria.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you and good morning.
You've said it all. You've just taken the words out of my mouth. Reduce government spending. We have a call on our WhatsApp. I'll take the WhatsApp call before going to Skype. Please, my God. Yes, Mrs. Oboli on WhatsApp. Very quickly, please.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Kofi. So I tried to check breaking points and I discovered that Nigerians have left.
Are you there?
On to the edge. We have even gone.
Oh, my. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Can you hear me? The network is not too clear. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Okay, yeah, go on. Mrs. Oboli, go on.
I said.
Oh, okay, the network isn't helping. We'll try and work on it sooner than later. Please, the guy on Skype, just stop calling. I'll call you back because of the interference. So we have Odede in Agbado. Odede, good morning to you.
Good morning, Kofi.
Welcome.
First time calling your program.
All right, fantastic. Good to hear from you. I'm afraid I can't celebrate because of the nature of our conversation, but please go on.
No problem. You see, to answer your question, Nigeria is not being pushed to the edge. Nigerians are not being pushed to the edge. In fact, Nigerians will never get to the edge. There's no way you push Nigerians and we will ever get to the edge. By my observation, no matter how difficult things are, we will always find an excuse to endure the situation. We will always, Nigerians are too docile, we are too divided that we will never, see our collective enemy. Ethnic, bigotry, religious, situations will always divide us. And this is what our leaders have seen. And they have clearly seen that these people, no matter where we push them, they will always endure. See, people are dying. Literally, I work in the hospital and I see how people die because they cannot afford bills of 10,000 naira, to pay. So, and you will see the same people, this same family, where you talk to them, where we have conversation, they will still be exonerating government of their challenges, looking for someone to put their blame on. So that's why I have come to the conclusion. People who say, Kenya is possible in Nigeria, I just laugh at them. No matter where we are pushed to, this country.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Go for gold, Terra Gold Cube, the amazing seasoning cube. So when you're cooking your delicious meals, don't compromise. Go for gold.
Rich, consistent taste for cooking mouth-watering soups, stews, and jollof. Choose wisely. Choose Gold. Terra Gold Seasoning Cube.
1 cube. Endless possibilities. Terra Gold.
Pregnacare.
Do you know why you should take Pregnacare supplements before, during, and after pregnancy? Pregnacare is formulated by scientists to create the safest and most trusted formula. Pregnacare from Vitabiotics UK contains 19 micronutrients, including folic acid and vitamin B12, which help reduce birth defects in babies.
Pregnacare, helping produce healthy Nigerian babies and moms. Available now in all good pharmacies.
Pregnacare. It's my so clean, new and improved. It's my so clean. Free flow powder that is up seasonally. It's my so clean. Foam's master, 2 times cleaning power. It's my so clean. Little goes along the way. It's my so clean. So clean, so clean.
New So Clean detergents. Every grain works for you.
To cook correct food, they always give me joy. That's now why anytime where they cook like this, I they always season them with no cubes. Come add correct vegetables inside. Ugu, tatasheo, shombo, onions. No one I know they put. Now he make my pikin them, they always enjoy my cooking.
Daddy, I never will. I want more.
You see? Sama all your food with correct vegetables. Come season them with no cubes for that to get delicious taste. Today, chop better.
He done of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you the wine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby?
Jerry, now you they talk like this? Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I no know.
Guy, HFM.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said HFM.com.
Which one is HFM.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said HFM.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
That special secret that awakens taste buds. Mouth-watering wonder with awesome aroma. Terra Seasoning Cubes.
Terra Seasoning Cube turns your meals into a masterpiece.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, come cook with Terra Cubes. Come cook with Terra.
It's my so clean, new and improved. It's my so clean. Free flow powder that is up So Clean detergent. Every grain works for you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls, introducing the first of its kind in Nigeria.
The first radio just for kids. It's here at 101.7 Kids FM.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes.
It's going to be fun for kids on your airwaves 24/7.
Talking about from exciting games
check
to juicy gist,
double check,
and great music.
Super check.
All these and more on your number one PlayStation 101.7 Kids FM.
Don't be the last to join the train. Download the Kids FM app on your iOS or Play Store today and stay tuned on the go.
You can stream on our website at kidsfm.ng.
You can also follow us on all socials at kidsfm.ng and stand a chance to be one of the super kids.
On 101.7 Kids FM. Remember, it's no dull moments on Kids FM.
So tune in and stay locked on 101.7 Kids FM.
Let's play.
Big Boo Rice. Big Boo Rice, yeah, in the pot. 7 it up, I stay hot. Stone free premium parboiled rice. Big Boo in the pot. So nutritious and tasty. Serve it up with style. A cooking delight for that great party jollof rice. Big Boo Rice, yeah.
Big Boo long grain parboiled rice contains protein and fiber, a source of vitamin B, and is great for all rice dishes. Big Boo Rice, tasty rice nourished you.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
President will love me. She not so everything go ugly. No be say I dey try insulting, but trust me, things are rough in the country. If I get president with sabi, she not so general go steal from army. Take money for weapon giving family. In soldier can they die when they tragedy. Oh God, president with full ground. And the hearsay na young people they shoot down. IGP go day in office till they kneel down. He go tell him boys make them go down. President we care for the future. Better road for everywhere go too short. Pursue minister we no do good job. Cause all these politicians and they too
I swear everywhere country done tough. Once I get my papers I'm off. Once I enter Janda done lost. Make Niger just give me the boss. I swear go markets everything costs. On top your degree you no go find job. Government self them no respect us. This Niger it no be by force. I swear.
If I get governor, we honest. Where they try to keep all of him promises. We no go using people to become rich. We go using eye to see the condition. Maybe he go see the insecurity. Kidnapping everywhere in every big city. Terrorists, they do so much atrocity. Governor we send, they go dead issue. Governor we sabi. She no go the university. Students they suffer just to get a degree. Without education, my people cannot reach there. Oh. Streets are bloody. All the senators they disappoint me. Now where they run shit, we are purging. And that's the situation in my country.
My people everywhere rough. Once I get visa, I don't cut. Get no phone for there, I don't pot. Make Niger no vex, too much. Syria key everywhere soft. Make I go hustle with him and go take job. Die for this country that na by luck. This Niger it no be by force, I swear.
If pastor they with the fair go, we loving people like in loving haircuts. He go sell the jets within the airports. Cause many people they will need his support. Pastor they way they talk true. She not wait till we go see inside the courtroom. Oh. She be anointed, why not if he taught you? Now why your prophecy no they come true again? Professor, we want make me stand out. He no go take money to give us handouts. He no go drag that girl inside the compound. The things I can see, they don't find say everything they scatter. I don't tire for the matter, pata.
All right, we're back here. Still the morning crossfire 99.3 Nigerian for the economic hardship gripping Nigeria has reached, some will say, boiling point, pushing citizens to the edge. I do not know what you can call a boiling point when, if it's not when you see citizens jumping into rivers, throwing themselves into the lagoon, into river, not because of heartbreak, because they lost a job, because of economic hardship. They just cannot survive the economy anymore. Or you see citizens climbing a radio mast. You know what a radio mast is? This tall one where we, not the MTN mast though. That one is not as tall. Radio mast is quite high. Saying that they're not going to come down or will throw themselves down if the president does not reverse fuel subsidy, open the borders to allow food come in. And this morning we're asking, is Nigeria at a breaking point? And have Nigerians been pushed to the edge by the economic situation? I mean, it takes a lot for someone to say, you know what, I'm tired, I'm no more going to leave. All right? The country's economic woes, have been marked by soaring inflation. You want to look at the year-on-year inflation. Look at how much food cost last year and how much it costs this year. Just give yourself a 12-month period. All right, from May, let's call it April-May 2023 to April-May 2024 as a gap on a year-on-year basis. And then you look at the year before, 2022, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And I don't know, some people say to me, Kofi, you know what? I used to laugh at those who said, and when Buhari leaves, we're going to wish that it was during his time. So are the people in power getting the message right now that the streets are not smiling? That things are getting worse, and it's not getting worse in the usual way. It's an unusual situation. So the country's economic woes are marked by soaring inflation, a rampant unemployment, widespread poverty, are exacting a devastating toll on individuals and families. I listened to the calls this morning, calls over the past few weeks and months. And so today we need to talk about this. Not just individuals, as families. I know people who have schools, all right? Nursery school, primary school, secondary school. Parents are calling in, they can't even pay the fees. They can't pay for the bus, the transportation. A lot of them are owing. I'm talking from personal experience. The government is struggling to revitalize the economy. The policies the government has implemented, these policies have actually made things worse and not better. And Nigerians are forced to bear the brunt of the crisis. Look at the level of inflation in the country. It's unimaginable. Basic necessities like food, out of the reach of salary earners in this country. Food out of the reach of salary earners. I'm not talking about Mr. President. We're not talking about people who don't even have a job. I'm talking about people who have a job, still can't afford food. People who have a job still can't afford food. They can't pay school fees. They can't pay rent. They can't buy drugs. They can't afford the cost of health care. Basic necessities of life. Because of what? Fuel subsidy removal. Number two, because of what? The floating of the naira. And the cancellation of the naira redesign policy. And then on top of that, we have, duties, increased taxes and duties on items that are connected to the basic daily lives of Nigerians. Importation of items, duties so high. Increasing of interest rates. On top of that, what Nigerians use to power their businesses and their lives at home, which is electricity. It's been increased to the high heavens. I mean, today, if you buy electricity on band A, you spend 5,000 naira, you're going to get 20.22 units. On top of the complaints of Nigerians, they still increased it just last week. So I do not know if Mr. President, when he says he knows what Nigerians are going through, actually means what he says. But the truth is, government is trying, but is struggling to revitalize the economy. It seems like the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu has run out of ideas as to how to fix the Nigerian economy. What we see is a lot of policy inconsistency, policy somersaults, double speak from government, because one government agency says one thing and another government agency does another. So we see the Presidential Committee on Tax Reforms, the fiscal policy and tax, saying we want to reduce the taxes, and then we see another government agency or parastatal ministry or department bringing increased taxes. Nigerians do not need government palliatives, as they need prices of food to go down. Because, Mr. President, you cannot feed everybody in the country. It doesn't make sense. You spend billions of naira to give people food to eat when that money can fix a refinery. Why isn't the refinery in Port Harcourt working? Why should a country that is blessed with abundant crude oil and natural gas struggle to give its citizens affordable electricity? And a country that cannot fix its refineries spends billions of naira to pay for pilgrims to go on tourism or spiritual pilgrimage. Doesn't matter what religion it is. It doesn't make sense. And to top it all up, the political class are shoving the feces in the face of Nigerians by continuing with their ostentatious lifestyle, by continuing with sharing of government largesse, whether it's government largesse or email, prayers and email, and then making a mockery of the sufferings of Nigerians, as if they're saying to Nigerians, do your worst. They're allocating to themselves billions of naira in the face of hardship. How about the wealthy, the elites in the country, in the midst of the suffering of Nigerians? You're throwing parties left, right, and center, and sharing on social media how you're enjoying life and eating and drinking when people are suffering on the streets. Not remembering that the people who are suffering today, they will come for you first, because you're not in Aso Rock. But the way things are in Nigeria today, if as a rich person you're eating and drinking and enjoying life, you should not even post it on social media. Things are not well, Mr. President, and things are not the same. Nigerians do not even know what plan you have. They don't even understand what strategy you have. It's gotten so bad that even supporters of the ruling party, APC, are telling Mr. President, things are not well. Sir, Nigerians don't need you to share Salah Ram or give them money or give handouts. People are tired of queuing in front of your house on Budilon to collect handouts. Nigerians need an economy to start working again. And there's simple policies. How many times are you going to inaugurate an economic council, Mr. President? How many times are you going to sit down with economists or captains of industry? These same industries are suffering. The breweries today are borrowing. The pharmaceutical industries are shutting down. The oil and gas industries are going through their own difficulties. In short, Nigeria today is in a state of emergency. State of emergency is not when you say it, when you speak it, when you talk it, when you declare it. Nobody needs you to declare anything. There's already an emergency. There is an emergency. The president does not need to take any foreign trip anymore. Right now, he needs to realize that there is an emergency. That we have a situation on our hands. No amount of speech, no amount of talk, no amount of propaganda is going to change the fact that there is an emergency. Because when the pangs of hunger strikes the stomach of the average Nigerian there, including those who have a day-to-day job, including graduates, including responsible people. I'm not talking about people who have been unemployed, who have need for help and all that. I'm talking about salary earners cannot afford to live or to take care of their families. When the pang of hunger strikes their tummy, all the speech, all the rhetoric, all the policy statements will pale into insignificance. My biggest problem is that these guys in the political class, led by Mr. President, don't understand how that things have gotten. They don't get it. So, Mr. President, you have to get it that right now we're in a situation, sir, we're in a situation, whatever it's going to take, whether it's from APC, Labour Party, PDP, we need to sit down. Like right now, we have an emergency on the hands, sir. And the guy who went to climb that mast says he's going to jump to death if you don't implement certain policies. It's just the beginning. I'm telling you, it's just the beginning. So the message needs to get to Mr. President. Right now, if you need help, ask for help. Everything should be shut down, and then let's look at how we can reduce the price of food. Look at how we can provide security. Start moving from the north up to the south to the north, so people can go to their farms. Look for how to bring food in, then and make it affordable. Look at the different industries that are going through difficulty, and look at policies that can make life easier and business easier for these industries. Are you going to tax the country to death? Forget about taxation, Mr. President. Forget about taxation right now. And think about survival. Because if you don't do that, there may be no country for you to tax tomorrow. It's very important. Very importantly too, government spending. Frivolous spending, frivolous allocations, as if we're we're borrowing. Let's go back to the phone lines, ladies and gentlemen. We have a next caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Yeah, your name, please, and where you're listening to us from. Sorry about that. Please call back if you can. 99.3, good morning.
Hello, Kofi. I feel you this morning.
All right, welcome. What's your name? Where you're listening to us from, please?
My name is Olumuyiwa.
All right, welcome.
Like Nigeria used to say, we can't do anything. I remember when I was in primary school, primary 4, there was a boy that used to beat me. So there was a day I just get tired. And I said, today, he will kill me or we fight. I didn't know I can be the guy. So there's a way that we continue to push people until we won't be able to endure. So people should not think Nigeria cannot demand what is right. Most of us that even call radio social every second, most of us, we have jobs. But because we don't like the way the country is going, we create time to listen to radio and to call. The only thing that Mr. President needs to first do, return that subsidy to the way you made it. Return it. All this taxing me, taxing you, taxing Kofi. I use my car now once in a week just to warm the battery. How can the economy grow when the barber don't even have light, doesn't have money to buy fuel for the generator? I say you are ruling the country. You want the president, you want the president. They have given you the president. You're not killing everybody.
Thank you for your time. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have our callers on Skype. I'm going to take them one by one. I want to start with Kelvin. Is that your name, Kelvin Ahmed, on Skype?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Where are you listening from?
From Canada. This is Tommy, your visually impaired friend.
Oh, Tommy. Okay, good to hear from you, Tommy. Please go on.
Yes, sir. Well, I have nothing much to say, Mr. Kofi. It's quite unfortunate. At this point, I wonder how Nigerians are even surviving. I get calls almost every time. People call me, and it's almost like the government is not listening. They are saying something out of one side of their mouth. They are doing another thing. They are saying something on the other side of their mouth, just like what you said. I think, and it's so unfortunate that one thing I think, Mr. Kofi, let me say this, please. One reason why I feel that people are not, speaking up is that we are divided among so many lines. If only we were united as a people,
all right.
I don't think people will be, struggling this. I think people would have woken up and say enough is enough.
Well, I'm not asking anyone to say enough is enough, but basically, passing the message and urgency, telling the president, we need something to be done urgently. Tommy, thank you. I want to put on
Okay. Thank
let
you
me
so
see.
much.
I see
Mr. Kofi.
XV. What's your name? The guy with XV on your profile.
Thank you. My name is Konstantin from Prague and also from Department of Behavioral Economics in Central Bank of Czech.
Okay, Czech Republic. Please go on.
What you were said actually made me, because when they take money from those poor masses and they fraud those money in their fraud and daily them to do something is something of a very bad thing to do to the masses. And I think the hunger and the economic hardship should be enough to unite the youth. If we're talking about the division, we're actually looking at old people, but I believe every youth has access to the internet, and with what they see going on in Africa, they should use this economic breakdown to unite themselves and fight those politicians, because they don't really care about any of the commoners.
All right. Thank you very much. Your time is up. Thank you. We're not asking for anybody to fight any government, or we even want people to support government, to make the country better, not to fight. I see Robert Jacano on Skype. Robert, you up next. Where listening from? Good morning.
Good morning, Kofi.
All right.
May I start this way? I know how passionate you are about Nigeria development and goodness, right from Port Harcourt, you and Eno. I want to say this. You asked the question if Nigeria have got to their elastic limit. My answer to it now is that no, Nigerians have not got to their elastic limit because they are still leaning on primordial and parochial sentiments. If there is an election today, they will still vote for Papa will know where they shout Emiloko. That is to tell you that Nigerians, no matter how they are, because of primordial sentiments, they will continue to endure the suffering. All things being equal, I can only advise Nigerians, whatever you know that you will do to survive, try to do things that are legitimate. There are so many things one can do on the street. You can hawk things. I know at a point in time in our lives, we went to the market and hawk things. There are things you can do. You believe they are difficult to do, but you can still do it to survive.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Let
your
us
time.
continue hoping that things will get well. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I hope that word again. Okay, I see a message here. Michael says, this thing is not rocket science. You're buying more than what you should be selling, and you want to offset the deficit from your family income using house rules. It is either your children run away or go out to beg or protest. Another one says, I think we're slowly getting to the end of precipice. He says government needs to feel the pulse of the nation and act promptly. They can start first by cutting more unnecessary expenses for themselves and their staff and work more on food and fiscal security. Fabian Inekwe, he says, I hope the government and its social media plus PR handlers are listening. Fabian, good morning to you. Pet Debbie in Ikorodu sent a very long one. It says, I'm tired personally. My tire is tired. My husband's salary as a federal civil servant can't feed the family. My business has packed up. For the first time, my kids are out of school. They were denied to write promotional examination because we can't complete their fees. For the first time in history, my husband and I look like failed parents to my kids. My God. As I'm typing this, I don't know what the kids are going to eat. People still look up to me to get something as usual, but we can't even feed ourselves and provide basic needs. This is a family of a federal civil servant in Ikorodu. Pet Debbie. Good morning to you. Tommy in Canada says, please, the song you're playing in the background, that's MI. MI is, you can check it on his YouTube, you can check it out. It's title Plan B by MI. All right. He says, that song just narrates everything going on in Nigeria. I'm wondering why that song is not popular in Nigeria now. Well, I don't know. But M.I. Abaga sang it, and it's called Plan B. You can check it out. Okay, another one says, please, what's the title of the song you played? M.I. Abaga Plan B. You can check it out. Just Google it. You see it online. Mr. Boli, sorry, I don't know what's wrong with your network when you called. It says, I tried to check the level of Nigerian state of mind presently, and I discovered that Nigerians have crossed the breaking point to the boiling point now. Everyone, husband, wife, children, family, and friends are being triggered by the state of the nation's economy. Marriages of over 15 years, beginning to experience incessant squabbles at the home front, are being threatened, making it unfit for the kids to thrive. I've scraped some wholesome meal from my children's diet because not because I'm not aware of the nutritional benefits, but the availability of funds to access it. All right. Thank you very much. Good to hear from you. Final one here. Says, I'm so angry this morning. You've been looking for fuel. I've been looking for fuel since yesterday. No fuel. I've not taken my bath since yesterday night till now. And they say I am on band A. No light, please. The only crime I committed is because I'm a Nigerian. Oh, come on, don't say that. We have to go. I'll run the one play draw on the other side after the news at 9. So keep playing. But what we want to say is the government needs to do something urgently to fix the economy and to fix the country. It's very important. Nigerians need to keep talking. All right, economic hardship is a ticking time bomb, and the clock is ticking. Mr. President, the government must act decisively to prevent a catastrophic explosion of social and economic tension, and the future of the country and its people hangs in the balance. That's the show. Let's pay our bills. Good morning.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment. .3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.